もうすぐ夕刻か。夕闇の魔女にとってはおあつらい向きじゃないか。私の魔力が最も高まる時間だ。
このままやるんですか？もしかしたら地下の正気はすごく濃いかも。ものすごく濃いかもしれませんよ。
ん？予想より正気が濃いというのか。
もしかしたらですけど。
まあ確かにな。養老歴帝は一冊しかないんだ。用心するに越したことはないかもな。横島なる正気を払う。とこしえの衣をこの者に与え。よし、これで多少の正気は払えるはずだ。ま、お前にはあまり関係ないはずなのだが、あくまで用心のためだ。
歴帝ちゃんを持ってきましたよ。
貸せ。前人未到として知られるルフランの地下迷宮。さあ、養老歴帝よ、攻略してくるがいい。
Conquer the Labyrinth of Refrain. Find an item that will satisfy Madame Dronia. Oh, Rake is in Break Rod? What is that? Oh, I see it. Damn it. It's the tiny text on the side right over here. Right by the blue. I was expecting the pictures of the characters to move up and down. That's why that... It goes to happen when I haven't played this game in a while. And when I'm sitting like about 6-7 feet away from my TV. Much easier when I was playing this at my... on my second monitor, right next to my PC. Oh well. Yeah, them having really bad luck is gonna hurt real bad, but oh well, I'll deal. Or at some point I'll just, okay, he has equipment, he has 2 guitars, good, that means he's a good person, okay, that should be manageable. Ah, okay, so my map did go away. Did you know mana is the source of all magical power? You've already obtained some mana from defeating enemies, so let's go over it. Compared to the surface, the underground labyrinth is far richer in mana. You can use the mana you bring back from the labyrinth at different facilities within the caravan. On rare occasions, you might find a solid mass of concentrated mana in the labyrinth. These are worth a lot of mana, so if you see one, just walk over and claim it. Yeah, there's a possibility once I get enough mana and get in characters, I'll just re-roll Adric, these 3, just so that they have better luck. I'll just name them Lucky and just rename them. Because after a while, it's 1,000 mana is not even that big of a deal. Also, you can sometimes find and extract mana from walls in the labyrinth itself. Magical power the mana exudes will increase your chance of finding rare items and equipment inside the labyrinth. Yep, so more magic that you're carrying with you, the better stuff. So, you know, it makes you want to do really long excursions. But best way to strengthen your puppet soul is through equipment upgrades, so hoarding mana can help you in that regard. However, excess mana may result in misfortune. Moderation is the key in all things. Gathering mana is no exception. As it says, there are monsters that can pop up when that happens. So, like if I look at my map real quick, you can see that mana density 5,655. That means, right, obviously, like weakest enemy 1. That means the weakest enemy in this area is level 1. Mana density means I cannot walk around with any more than that mana. Otherwise, all my characters' luck will immediately fall into despair, and there will be special enemies that pop up on the map. There'll either be a Reaper, which has a high chance of insta killing my entire party, a rare monster that can drop a coven that gives me bonus experience points, or an extra rare guy that gives that drops one that has a chance to drop one that gives even more experience. So it's risky, and if you die, you lose all your mana, and all your puppets lose a lot of limbs. So dying is a big problem. Right. Bomb. Oh, okay. And as you can see on the map. Blue Jewel. That might be something that Jonia wants. You know, as for everything else, it's more or less the same. Rusted Lamp, that'd be one of the martial mage weapons. Oh, no enemies, okay. I just noticed that. Vanguard and Rear Guard and Weapon Range. Yep, now it's telling me that. Your covens are placed in either the Vanguard or the Rear Guard. Vanguard protects the rear guard and is more easily exposed to enemy attacks. Now, weapon ranges fall under 3 types: Vanguard, Rear Guard, and Van and Rear. The strength of the Vanguard and the Rear Guard is depending on how optimally you equip your individual members of your covens. Swords, hammers, scythes, katana are strongest in the Vanguard, while crossbows and bells are strongest in the Rear Guard. Lances and lamps are strong in both Vanguard and Rear Guard, so it doesn't matter which row those guys are in. So Reika can be in front or back row as long as she's equipped with a lance, for example. That's not to say that my characters can only equip one weapon, obviously, but they, as you saw, there's letter rankings for how effective they are with said weapons. So it's typically best to keep them with the weapons that they have. Though this labyrinth, I think on the 3rd floor or something, you start bumping into rock enemies. They're resistant to pierce and slashing weapons. So you either want to have one of my Bell characters, the Theatrical Stars, who can deal normal damage to them, or equip your characters with hammers, because otherwise you're going to be doing like no damage to them and they'll start murdering your party pretty quickly. Character weapon range does not match where the coven's placed. The character's performance with that weapon will be subpar, as we saw before. Pay close attention to the dynamic between Vanguard and Rear Guard and the weapons your covens are using. Okay, there's an enemy nearby. Oh, I want that mana. Getting mana in the early part of the game is always good. Jitterbug. Oh, the monster despawned. I heard that. Nothing is. Mugwort is restores 800 HP. Yeah. Repairs a broken doll will not work if the head is destroyed. Okay, so to cheese this little thing, because we know we're gonna fall. So we're yeah, just remove them. Alana can heal herself just by being in battle. Woo! Okay, and then we can put our guys back in. Alana heals a little bit after every... She heals like, what was it, 20% of her health after every fight? As you can see, the miasma down here does not hurt you anymore. Because we have that one protection thing, because, yes, you always die right there no matter what you do. Oh.
張します。
はい、行きますわ。やっ
はっ。
Oh.
行きますわ。
この程度は何。
はい暗いな。やっ
えい。この程度。
はい
よし勝利。
How much ropes? Increases charm. Okay, so one of the big things, stats in this game are from equipment is random, which can be a big problem when you get this many numbers, and it's deciding what's actually good on my character. It's better to just mostly just focus on some small things like this one has crit resistance is a nice one. Element resistances like stench. Oh wait, no, that's an ailment. Abyss fog and stuff is that. And that increases his defense. So that increased charm, so it's probably not a good idea for Adric. Break is a bit more fragile. So it's better for her to have that for now, I think. And yeah, the chest will randomly respawn and stuff, so there's a lot of random stuff in this game.
Yeah!
はっ。さあ畳みかけましょう。何。
行きますわ。ほら。
Oh no, Adric got a gore hit. Shit.
行きますよ。
Him having bad luck does affect that.
やりました。
おや、腕が上がったようです。
So that could cause loads of problems. So yeah, his arm is damaged, and there's nothing I can do to help that for right now. Sort. And yeah, as you can see, his maximum HP went down. Okay, it looks like he lost one of his arms.
緊張します。
ほら。
行きますよ。
私がいるんですもの。当然ですわ。
Upstairs real quick. Because we can find shortcuts and stuff. Oh.
すぐに片付けて差し上げます。
何。何。
やっ。
行きます。
どうだ。
Okay, it must have been a different row, which is why she was only able to get one person.
この程度はどうだ。いい花分だ。
すぐに片付けて差し上げますわ。行きますわ。私がいるんですもの。当然ですわ。
Oh, damn
冷
it.
静に戦いましょう。この程度は
Didn't look like it mattered that much.
いい花分だ。
すぐに片付けて差し上げます。
いい気分だ。
Okay. Just wanted to get close enough for that.
すぐに片付けて差し上げます。ほら。
よっ。この程度は。
えい。
えい。いい気分だ。
ヒル。
おや、腕が上がったようです。
Land spells like the story said.
冷静に戦いましょう。いい気分だ。
Slave Lance. Obviously that goes to Reika. Adds confuse. That's nice. Attack pact. Damage sword. None of these characters use swords. Adric is there's no point in ever having Adric equipped with anything other than a guitar. Okay, this is the locked door that we saw earlier. That means we got our first shortcut. Unfamiliar artifact. Puppet parts. That means that we can make a new puppet as soon as we find a soul.
何どうだ。
私がいるんですもの。当然ですわ。
Wasn't there any... Okay, I don't have skills for that. Okay, right. Was it my... Nope. I don't remember if there's a specific button that brought up the map or not. Doesn't look like it. Okay, so we have a way of getting back downstairs again, but I kind of want to go back over there and take a look at what else was potentially over there. Especially if I can find a soul. If we can get a soul, we can get another character.
きます。どうだ。
私がいるんですもの。当然ですわ。
Unfamiliar document. Items you've discovered are exuding faint traces of magic. Might be best to return to the caravan and report the discovery. Okay, and as we can see, we got a report to base thing. That means we can continue story. Bees!
行きますよ。
私がいるんですもの。
As you can see, that resonate thing. Resonate is affected by little effect. I think, okay. Might be best to take a look at some of the items that I've been picking up. Okay, we got a sealed lance. So sealed weapons are, yeah, you can unseal them, or you can keep them like that for a while. Okay, so sealed items. You can unseal them, and they'll be fine more or less, or you can wait until later when you unlock the unsealing function, which I don't think it's until the 3rd dungeon, if I remember correctly. I don't remember exactly when it is. And if you unseal it at the caravan, for a mana cost, it will also increase the stats on it as well. So we can just unseal it. I don't really give a shit. It's pretty early on. It's training lance. The question is it better on Reika or not? No. Not at all. So we can probably just sell it or something. We still got a few more spots, but check over here. Oh.
冷静に戦いましょう。何？
当たりません。
えい。
ほら。
はい。
や
どうだ。
よし、勝利。
Small salt. Okay, we got a 4th party member. That's why I wanted to check. I believe I just have to go down this way. And we'll get back to the shortcut.
行きます。
えい。
はい。よし、勝利。
Now I think about it, I have an attack pack, so even better. That means that we have enough slots to put a 4th person. That's also important.
見えてますよ。どうだ。
Enemies can drop packs as well, depending on the types.
やりました。
ヒレフスがい
おや、腕が上がったようです。
Whoops.
冷静に戦いましょう。
Oh. It's only a single target, jeez. I mean, I might as
こ
well.
れでどう？
このどうだ。
Block. And potentially take some hits.
ほら。
行きますよ。
食らいなさいな。
はい。
ほら。
よし、勝利。 緊張します。
えいって私がいるんですもの。当然ですわ。
Oh, okay, I was just marking them on the map. It might be best to report the items you discovered inside the labyrinth. Return to your base from the labyrinth, you'll be greeted with the exploration results screen. The results can vary depending on whether they returned safely, ran away, or were defeated by enemies. Let's go over what you can potentially gain and lose at the screen. First, you'll gain bonus experience equal to 20% of the total experience you gained in the labyrinth. That's already pretty nice. Next, your puppet soldier's HP and DP will be fully restored. However, missing limbs will not be recovered. Finally, you can bring back mana you obtained in the labyrinth, though the amount can vary depending on how you return to base. If you're defeated and forced to return to base, you'll receive the following penalties. A puppet soldier will lose a limb, you'll lose some of your items, and a puppet soldier's rapport will decline. Experiencing defeat will hinder your progress, so be sure to place some mud exit in the safe space for easier backtracking. We don't even have access to mud exits, but yeah, those are basically like get back to town very quickly stuff, and you can place 2 of them down so you can go right back, because they're one way, so you can get back to exactly to where you were last left off. Not that it takes very long to run back to where you were, but you know, still.
Oh yeah.
So your puppet soldiers are missing limbs. Have you repaired them at all? Puppet soldiers can't be used to their full potential if their limbs have been destroyed. Critical gore and repairing. Missing parts. Critical gore, CG, occurs when a puppet's limb is destroyed due to receiving critical damage. Losing a limb will reduce a puppet soldier's total HP and other stats. For example, losing a right arm will reduce their max HP by 20% and dex by 25%. Furthermore, this HP damage cannot be healed, resulting in permanent loss of total HP. If a puppet soldier's head is destroyed, they cannot participate in battle, because they're fucking dead. Returning to base will recover HP and DP, but parts lost due to CG will not be healed. Parts lost to CG must be repaired using Repair Puppet at the puppet workbench. You'll need parts to repair your puppet soldiers. High-level puppets may require more expensive parts. It's no exaggeration to say that CG will be your biggest obstacle as you explore the labyrinth. If your puppets are too injured to safely explore, you may want to consider returning to base. Okay, we also got a witch petition. Okay, select which petition you can spend mana to make requests to Madame Joina will fulfill. You can request new tracty skills, rename puppet soldiers, and much more. I recommend you prioritize learning new skills to help you explore the labyrinth. More requests will become available as you progress the story and as Joina fulfills certain requests. Alright, so we can rename our soldiers for 1,000. For 333, we can actually reduce the difficulty of the game. Which will basically, enemies will be weaker, you'll find less mana in the labyrinth, and exchange rates for your mana reserves will be much steeper. On the other hand, you can also, for 10,000, you can increase the difficulty of the game so that enemies will give you even more mana, and things will cost less mana. So, you know, stuff like that. From what I understand, it doesn't really increase the difficulty that much, but, you know, whatever. Okay, so we can create a brand new friend. Okay. So it's just a question of who we're bringing along with us right now. I'll hold off on Rhiannon for right now. Let's bring in Jubei. No, I don't have a party full of women like usual. Let's see, that one increases charm, increases agility. That will increase HP by a good amount. By looking at these, it's kind of hard to tell sometimes which aren't necessarily best for some of the characters. Severed.
我が道を進むまで金貨一日の栄だな。
えっ俺の女になったえっ俺の女になった邪魔するやつは切るおりゃ
Okay, so you can dual wield, but only if they're proficiency S+. And it's a 50% chance that you'll actually strike with both weapons as well, so there's that. Attacks are more likely to miss you, which is nice. Send enemy, blunt resistance, dex. By status increases his damage by an extra 100 points. Restore proficiency, poison resistance less likely to attack you. Only when his HP is full. Nice, lucky number. Let's take a look. Just closing my eyes, letting it go, and 50 is an even number, so that's good.
ああ任せておけ
Oh, damn it. I didn't. Whatever. Oh, okay. Right, if you say no, it just does that. Okay. Go to your base here. You'll have to be a front row person. Which makes sense. Oh, okay, the coven costs 0 now. If you look at the stars, that's their level because your brigades, the packs gain levels as you go along as well, reducing their costs and all that type of fun stuff. Because some of them are pretty costly, but as you level them up, their costs will be severely lowered. Okay, cool. Outside of that, Jubei. As you can see, when you get like, okay, so Jubei can dual wield swords right now. So why not? Because he's at S+. I don't think, yeah, I didn't find any other gear for him. So, when you take a look at all this gear and stuff, you can imagine when you get 40 or so characters running around in your parties, the sheer amount of equipment that you're going to have to keep track of is going to get a little bit ridiculous. And yes, it does get a bit ridiculous. Okay. Oh yes. Workbench first. Repair. Adric.
もう調子はいいようです。
Okay, he's good.
Labyrinth なんだと？あれから半時と経っていないぞ。ちょっと貸してみろ。黒塗りのページが魔女文字で書き込まれている。なるほどな。ヨーロ歴帝が探索を行うと、その情報が黒塗りのページに書き込まれていく。この本、こういうからくりだったか。それに探索はきちんと行われていたようだな。だが地下は自然の法則、時間の流れがこちらと違うとでも言うのか。わからんが、いずれにせよ地下迷宮の伝説は間違っていなかったようだな。それにヨーロ歴帝、どうやらこいつは本物だ。
歴帝ちゃんよかったですね。本物だったみたいですよ。
それにしてもこれがルフランの地下迷宮に秘められし品々か。どれもこの世界ではありえないものばかりだな。
そんなことがわかるんですか？ルカにはどれも一緒に見えますよ。
簡単なことだ。こんなにマナにあふれた工芸品などこの世界ではありえない。マナの流れが見えればお前でもわかる。そうだ歴帝、お前にも物品が持つ魔力、その一端であるレアリティが見えるように細工してやろう。あとレアリティが一定以上の品は貴重品として認識できるようにしておいた。見つけたら全て私に献上するんだ。まあお前の記録を閲覧した時にそれらの品があればこちらで勝手にもらうがな。せっかく意識があるんだ。キリキリ働いてもらうぞ歴帝。
トロニア様もレキテイちゃんって呼ぶんですね。ルカですよ。それルカが名付けたんですよ。
うるさいぞ。他にも地下の探索で困ったことがあったら何でも報告しろ。必要に応じてまた細工してやる。
ドロニア様、誰か来たみたいですよ。
開けてやれ。
はーい。どちら様でしょうか？
突然の訪問失礼します。こちらに大魔女バーバヤーガ様がいらしていると思うのですが。
いや大魔女バーバヤーガは私です。あなたは？
私はこの町の領主に仕えておりますクラウス・カーターと申します。主人の申し付けでバーバヤーガ様をお迎えに上がりました。
領主、手紙の男か。面倒なことだ。とはいえすっぽかすわけにもいかないか。これはご挨拶が遅れまして申し訳ございません。どちらにお住まいか存じ上げなかったもので、よければ案内していただけませんでしょうか。
もちろんそのつもりです。それではご一緒にいらしてください。いかがなさいました？
依頼主はこの町の領主とお聞きしていましたが、領主様が商いをなさっているのですか？
はい、何せ辺境の町ですからね。財政も厳しく、領主といえどもさほど裕福というわけでは。おっと、お客人にする話ではありませんでしたね。町で一軒の大商店です。よろしければ滞在期間中はご利用くださいませ。
大きなお店です。大商店ですね。いろいろなものが売っていますよ、ドロニア様。
さあ、主人の邸宅はこの先になっております。こちらへ。それではこちらで少々お待ちを。ただいま領主代行を呼んでまいります。
領主代行？
はい、そのようにお伝えしておりませんでしたか？私が知る限りこの町に領主はおりません。主人である領主代行が町を治めております。
おや、クラウス、戻っておったのか？バーバヤーガ様は。おお、もしやあなたが。
はい、ペトローヌ様。ただいま大魔女バーバヤーガ様をお連れしました。
これはまた何というか、これほどまでにお美しい方とは。
こたびはご依頼ありがとうございます。私がバーバヤーガ、こちらが弟子のルカ。どうぞお見知りおきを。
はい、ご紹介に預かりました。ルカ ルカです。バーバヤーガ様の弟子のルカです。
依頼内容はお手紙にて拝見させていただきました。前人未到の地下迷宮の謎を解き明かし、さらには未知なる魔法の品を持ち帰るでございますね。
さよう。魔女様にそれが可能ですかな？
もちろん。そのために山脈を越え、遥か東より万難を排してやってまいりました。
それは頼もしい。ただそれにしてもかの名高き大魔女がこんなにお若くお美しい方とは。大魔女と聞いておりましたので、もっとヨボヨボかと。失礼ですが、あなた本当にバーバヤーガ様でいらっしゃる？
ペトローネ様、お客人に失礼でございます。そもそも強い魔力を持つ魔女ほど見た目の年齢は低くなると言われておりますゆえ。
私がバーバヤーガ本人でございますが、ご懸念もごもっとも。その疑念は探索の成果にて証明させていただければと。ただ普段はドロニアという偽名を使っております。魔女と知られると何かと恐れられますので、領主代行殿もどうか私が魔女であることはご内密にお願いします。
確かに魔女に対する差別には根強いものがありますな。その方がよろしいでしょう。ちなみに体の井戸の方はもうご覧に？
ええ、手始めに少しだけ手のものを使わせ様子を伺ってまいりました。
そうでしたか。ですが今回のように勝手に動かれては少々困りますな。何分あそこは人知の及ばぬところ。公式に挑んだものだけですでに568人の命がかの地下迷宮で失われています。未認可で挑んだものを含めればその10倍は下らないでしょう。そして戻った者は10人にも満たない。それもすぐに逃げ帰った者ばかり。そんな臆病者たちが話すことといえば、やれ玉ねぎが死肉を漁っていただの、巨大な女が裸で沼に浸かっていただのと。どれも眉に唾せねば聞くに耐えない。彼らの正気を疑っております。しかしそんな中、ただ一人迷宮の奥底まで踏破し、その秘密を解き明かした男が疲れたように書き上げたと言われるのが
養老歴帝ですね。
やはりご存知でしたか。もしかして養老歴帝をお持ちでらっしゃる？
いいえ、残念ながらですが、領主代行殿がお探しのものはきっと迷宮にありましょう。このバーバヤーガに万事お任せください。そうそう、今回も早速興味深いものを見つけてまいりました。今回のお題は結構ですので、どうぞお納めください。まあ金銭的な価値はないかもしれませんが。
おお、早くも探索の成果が。やはり大魔女様を頼ったのは正解だったようですな。いや、何かカサカサと音が。
ああ、取り扱いには十分ご注意を。未知のものゆえ、あまり乱暴に扱われない方がよろしいでしょう。
そういたしましょう。クラウス、厳重に保管しておいてくれ。
かしこまりました。
ところで、表の商店、あちらも領主殿のご経営だそうで。
ああ、 むしろあれが私の本業なのです。私はもともと商人だったのですが、以前の領主が失踪したため、それを引き継ぎ領主代行となったというわけです。
代行ね。そうでしたか。それでは貨幣の両替をお願いできるでしょうか。十分な支度もなくこちらに来たもので。
もちろんおいくらでも両替いたしますよ。何しろシエル銀貨の保有額はこの町では当店が一番でしょうからな。
シエル銀貨、初めて耳にしますが。
なんと。ああ、いや、それはそうかもしれませんな。何分ここは辺境の町ですから。
ではひとまずハルツ王国金貨300枚を両替していただけますか。
ハルツ王国金貨、こちらこそ聞いたことがございませんが、どれ。質は良いようですが、そうですね、シエル銀貨1000枚といったところでしょうか。
ご冗談がお上手で、由緒正しきハルツ王国公認の貨幣ですよ。少なくとも銀貨6000枚は下りません。
そうおっしゃられましても、ここは辺境の町、中央の常識を持ち出されましてもどうにもなりませんな。
このゴーツ配りめ。わかりました。では代わりといってはなんですが、この町に劇場を開く許可をいただけますか。井戸横の馬車小屋にて開設します。
バーバヤーガ、いえ、ドロニア様はもうすでに設置されているようです。はい。
なんと、それはなりませんぞ。そもそもあの井戸には人が近づくことすら禁じておるのです。こればかりは即刻撤去していただく。
お話中失礼。クラウスさん、お水を一杯いただけないでしょうか。長旅で少々喉を痛めておりまして。
かしこまりました。すぐにお持ちしますのでお待ちくださいませ。
失礼しました。では改めて。ペトローネ領主代行殿、この町に劇場を開く許可をいただけますか。井戸横の馬車小屋にて開設します。
なるほど。確かに魔女として暮らすのは都合が悪い。旅の一座ということにするのがよろしいでしょうな。いいでしょう。井戸付近での開設含めて私の権限で認めましょう。
それからこの町に滞在中は税を免除していただきたい。何、そこのマロニエが花咲く頃にはご依頼を達成して町を離れられるでしょう。また迷宮内で獲得した品をその価値にかかわらず商店の方で引き取っていただきます。馬車馬も滞在中は引き取っていただきたい。先ほどの金貨の両替と合わせて、そうですね、シエル銀貨1万枚でどうでしょうか。
いや、何と言いますか、探索には協力を惜しまないつもりとはいえ、それはあまりにもいいでしょう。では地下で手に入れた品はすべて当商店に納品いただくということで、締めて銀貨1万枚、そのように手配しましょう。
ありがとうございます。良き取引に感謝を。あと
また 特に素晴らしい魔法の品が手に入れば、その時は高値で買い取りましょう。
そうですね。ご理解痛み入ります。短いお付き合いではありますが、よろしくお願いいたします。
いや、
ドロニア様、お水をお持ちしました。どうぞ。あとペトローネ様、晩餐の準備が整いました。
そうか。ただドロニア殿、申し訳ない。なんだか頭がクラクラしてきましたので、少しばかり中座させてください。まだご説明していない町のルールもありますが、そちらはお食事をしながらでも。それでは話の続きはまた後ほど。
ドロニア様、よろしければ先にダイニングルームの方へご案内いたします。
いえ、大変残念ですが、今日のところはこれで。まだやることが残っておりますので。
では明日改めてお迎えに上がります。馬も引き取りに上がらなくてはいけませんし、両替の件もございますので、しばしお待ちを。この町に滞在されるなら、とりあえずこれだけはご注意ください。夕刻の鐘が3度鳴ったら雨戸を閉め、朝まで決して外に出てはいけません。
ご心配ありがとうございます。では行くぞ、ルカ。
はい。それでは失礼します。
To interact the skill, Clairvoyance 1. Visibility 1. You now see the rarity of items that contain magical power. Okay, so we have access to the market now. Only major market in Refrain, but it stocks many items for you to purchase. Its inventory will change every so often, so make sure to visit regularly. Here you can sell the items you find in the Labyrinth with silver coins. This is the only way to make money, so be sure to bring back profitable items to sell. Weapons tend not to fetch a high price due to low demand, but there might be other uses for them. So yes, this is where we can get like HP restoratives. You can see just how much they heal. Revival items, healing, poison, and all that fun stuff. Abyss, stench, junk parts for repairing. As you can see, the level range that each of these things require. I don't think I necessarily need anything from here right now. I could sell that land. Oh yeah, okay. Mysterious artifact. Never seen this before. Mysterious document written in a strange script. I don't remember if these actually serve a purpose or not. But yeah, as you can see, the training lance doesn't really sell very much, unfortunately. So, though there's not much of it. I think there's an inventory limit, but I don't remember how much it is. It doesn't mention how big it is. So, oh, okay, no, there it is. 500. It takes a while to reach that much, so it's usually not a problem. Okay, so we got view the information about the player. Track T. You can view your skills and pages on the right side of the screen. You can also view contents and track these pages. You'll unlock additional pages as you progress further in the Labyrinth. Most track T skills can learn via which petition, so check it out periodically. The right side of the screen shows your reinforcement plus the mana you've obtained in the Labyrinth. Your karma score increases as you perform misdeeds, which can cause bad things to happen to you, aka gore hits. Higher your karma, the worse that shit can hit you. I believe there's like one positive thing for having low karma, but I don't remember. It might have been like a pact or some kind of donum skill. Or it's just always bad, I don't remember. You usually get bad karma for doing bad shit or killing certain types of enemies. The killing certain types of enemies thing is a real problem, but you can basically get rid of you can basically dump your karma pretty easily. So it's not that huge of a deal, to be completely honest. Okay, so yes, low rank enemies can now be displayed on the minimap. That means that we can actually see the random encounters that we've been bumping into. Low rank enemies will be visible. Oh, okay, so this is on the map and that. Okay. Which petition? We now have 5 more items. Treasure hunt. You'll be seeing items shining on the ground inside the labyrinth. Obviously.